Today, I worked on a vehicle brought in with the check engine light on. After connecting a scan tool, I found the error code P0300, Random Multiple Cylinder Misfire Detected. This code is a bit tricky because it doesn't point to a specific cylinder, but indicates that misfires are occurring across multiple cylinders. To narrow it down, I used the scan tool to monitor live data and noticed that cylinder 1 was intermittently misfiring. The ignition system on this vehicle is distributorless, which means it uses a single coil pack to provide high voltage for all 4 cylinders. This setup meant that if the coil pack was faulty, it could affect the performance of all the cylinders, especially the one misfiring. To dig deeper, I decided to inspect the ignition coil pack. First, I opened the ignition coil wiring harness connector to create enough room to clamp a low-amp probe around the wires for cylinders 1 through 4. Using a lab scope, I monitored the signal pattern and waveform of each cylinder wire. With the engine running at idle and at start 2000 RPM, I observed the signals. Most of the cylinders showed consistent patterns, but cylinder 1 had an erratic signal with dropouts. This confirmed my suspicion that there was an internal failure in the ignition coil pack. At this point, I was confident the ignition coil was faulty. So, I replaced the ignition coil pack with a new one, cleared the error codes and performed a road test. After the test, the vehicle operated perfectly and the check engine light stayed off. No fault codes returned, which meant the repair was successful. Explanation: an ignition coil failure like this can cause misfires, rough idling, and even reduced fuel efficiency. Diagnosing the issue required precision, as other components like spark plugs or wiring could also cause misfires. Using tools like a lab scope allowed me to confirm the root cause, an internal failure in the coil pack. If you're experiencing similar symptoms, don't ignore them. A faulty ignition coil can lead to further engine issues if not addressed promptly. Proper diagnostics and thorough testing are key to resolving such problems efficiently.